All right, y'all ready? Let's go. Okay, get in here. Get in here. Get in here. Everybody get in here. Ooh, it's doing that. Get in here. Everybody get in here. All right, let me see what we got. Are we here? Can y'all hear me? Okay, yes. Ooh, it's a little loud. Hold on. All right, y'all. That was a little loud for me. My God. We are here. Get in here. Get in here. Get in here. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. We are here to get into some things. Okay? We have a lot to talk about. Benzino, freaky, sneaky link. Maino wants to play house. Playboy Cardi has done dated some shit. Asian doll upset with Nicki Minaj. Is Chloe Bailey going too far, or is she just doing any and everything that any other pop girl would do, but not getting the same support because she's black? Carry on Franklin. And that saga continues. Coi Leray and Will Smith. It's just a lot of stuff that we are going to cover today. So, grab a little snack. I've got and this is not sponsored, but I've been like addicted to these. It's like sparkling water, Waterloo. Remember I've been telling you guys I like sparkling water. It's very much 0 calories, 0 sugar. Yes, I've been dieting, but it's watermelon flavor. Now, I'm going to tell you this at first. The watermelon flavor was really, really nasty to me at first, but now I like it, especially since I drank all of my lemon flavor. Okay? But no, honestly, watermelon is my favorite artificial type of fruit flavoring, whatever. Candy, I love it. Watermelon. And I love the fruit. So I decided to try like the watermelon sparkling water. It gets no better. I love watermelon iced tea, like Arizona teas. So I decided to try this. Didn't love it at first, but I love it now. So yeah, this is my Waterloo watermelon sparkling water. It's great. Yeah. Now, okay, what are we getting into first? Let me see what I got on the docket first. Okay. Oh, child. Let's just do Kim Kardashian. Okay, so they are now the season premiere of the Kardashians is coming out. I don't know if it's this week or next week, but it's coming out, and a lot of it's being revealed. So apparently, there was a joke made about her tape with Ray J, made in front of her son. I don't know if he was playing with the handheld game or something like that. I don't know all the logistics of the story, but long story short, the little boy was playing with the toy, and I guess a message came in about there being an extended version of the tape in the click to link or something like that. And Kim got wind of it, and she broke down because she said it would have destroyed her if her son was able to find out what that joke was about. In fact, that, his mother is now famous, and he is famous and rich and wealthy because she lied on her back, got dug out by Ray J, and it went viral. She said that she would be devastated if her son was to find out that is the reason why they are famous, is because she was being porked out by Ray J. So my whole thing is this. Are you never going to tell your son where he originated from? Ray J is his original father, his father in wealth. Well, no, seriously. Cute kids, though. I met them, by the way. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, Kim, that boy is going to turn into a teenager, and then a young man, and then a man. So he's going to find out what and who his mother really is and what happened and how he got here. I'm sure he probably doesn't realize that he's not normal now, but eventually he will realize that he's not normal. And he had to get somewhere, somehow, some way. And it was due to you lying on your back. So I'm sure that he'll actually be grateful, and thankful for you. Because without your magical purnan, he wouldn't be able to live the fruitful life that he's able to live now. I'm just saying, honestly. I mean, that's kind of how I feel about the situation. I don't know about you, but I feel like you're not going to be able to hold that from your kid forever. So eventually you're going to have to let the guy know what happened, how he got here. It is what it is. So Kim, get over that girl. You're devastated. You need to let that boy know how he got here. Well, I mean, he got here through Kanye, but how he got the celebrity, how we got the fame, so yeah. There's that. Now, let's talk about, well, actually, let's go to our Instagram. Let's do some of these topics. Oh, yes, I have a topic. Let's go and talk about Wiz Khalifa. Okay, so you guys know that Wiz Khalifa, actually, let me go type in Wiz Khalifa's, yes, this was a topic that I wanted to add. Let me go type in, let's go pull up Wiz Khalifa, because I definitely follow Wiz Khalifa. So it was been some tea about Wiz Khalifa being in his undies. Everybody's like kind of feeling some type of way about Wiz being in his undies lately. Actually, I'm all the way here for it. I don't like it that close up like that. But I'm here for the little booty on Wiz and all of the things. Okay, I'm here for it. Okay, listen, I've never followed and talked about Wiz Khalifa so much. I enjoy it. I go down his page every single day. It's really not the face for me. It's the undies for me. I'm here for the Wiz Khalifa in the undies, okay? And I think he's here for it too. He truly likes the attention, and he's got a cute little physique. I'm here for it. Wiz Khalifa, you can be in your undies anytime you would like. Ooh, look at the squat on that. Here for it. Here for it. Oh, there's a little nut action there. I'm here for all of this, okay? What I would do to be the trainer or those draws in that moment. No, seriously. Apparently, a lot of people have been feeling some type of way, about Wiz Khalifa, being in his being in his underwear on Instagram every day. Now, I get it. As a straight man and you follow Wiz Khalifa, maybe you don't want to follow a man every day that's in his in his underwear. Because you probably would just follow a bunch of females in her underwear if you like women, right? I always wonder, like, how did the straight men feel about following these men? Because I know how I feel seeing Wiz Khalifa come down my timeline every day in boxers. I'm like, okay, I may look a little longer, and if I'm like, I'm like, ooh, what is the tea? Like, what are we giving? It's kind of hot. I don't know if a straight man wants to look at that every day. So I'm sure a lot of people are unfollowing him. And Wiz Khalifa kind of felt some type of way about being unfollowed. And he made a statement, basically was saying that, people have like childhood traumas and they were a part of the black people, back in the day when you were at school that made fun of you for being able to read and write. And Wiz Khalifa's like, I'm back in the gym. Let's see who gets pissed off this week. I'm here for it. And if you don't like seeing certain things down your timeline, just unfollow it. I'm following. I'm sure he's got a lot more men following and a lot more women following, because we're all freaks. We all like to look at some stuff down the timeline and it looks good. So I'm here for it. If you don't like it, unfollow Wiz Khalifa, but don't tell him he needs to stop doing it. And Wiz, we know what it is. You like the attention that you're getting, okay? You like the attention. And we like that you like the attention. So continue working out. It's inspiring me by looking at you. Congratulations. You look great. Okay, Blac Chyna's on one. I don't know what she had going on here. I don't know what kind of high Blac Chyna was on at this moment right here. But Blac Chyna has some things to say. And apparently no one understood it but her. And then you'll see that she got in the car with her assistant And then she almost was like dragging her assistant, and the assistant didn't even do anything. So let's just get into what Blac Chyna was talking about. I think this is in regards to the lawsuit she has going against the Kardashians.
The Kardashian, the family.
About which family? My family? They can't go through like your finances. It goes through your kids and the people that you love, and then like your family and whatnot. And you know what? I'm gonna like rise above everything. Can I put my lip gloss on and we talk?
Yeah, sure.
All right, perfect. So right is right and wrong is wrong, and that's just really what it is. Okay, I sometimes like when people do me so wrong, I just like let it roll underneath, and it's like sometimes in life, like I just need to like start speaking up for myself.
Exactly.
And that's just really what it is, and that's like my truth, and that's like my I guess it's my truth.
So, you said that you already lost some cars due to...
No, I didn't lose cars.
Oh.
I have 6 cars.
Oh, you have 6 cars?
Yeah. No, I had 6 cars. I gave 3 of them back because it's retarded.
Hey, Chyna, any comments about it?
I'm one person.
So,
Stop.
So I was reading...
Look at the assistant.
I'm sorry, this is more important. Sorry.
Because your baby daddies were not paying you any...
I'm sorry, my assistant has...
Okay.
Thank you so much.
I'm one person.
Look.
Stop.
So I was reading that it was because it was...
Listen, I don't care what y'all say. Blac Chyna is cooler than 3 Cocoa Puffs on a Cocoa Halloween afternoon. Or a cuckoo Halloween afternoon, or a cock-a-doodle-doo, whatever you want to make that rhyme and go with. She's cooler than a cuckoo clock on a Sunday knock. I don't know. She's crazy and she's out of here. And I've been saying Blac Chyna is Looney Tunes, okay? Something that's really wrong with that woman and she needs help. Blac Chyna is psychotic. Entertaining, but out of here, baby. If I was the assistant, I would have been the hell out of that car. I'm sure Blac Chyna been there slapping that assistant, stepping on her face, pinching her stomach. You know what I mean? Just really being disgusting to that assistant. You know what I mean? Probably pinching her face, calling her all kind of fat names. You know what I mean? Walking by and grabbing her stomach. Look at you, you fat whore. Just out the blue. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, what did I do to you? Why are you dragging me like this? Why are you I'm on my phone. You're doing an interview with the paparazzi. What am I supposed to do? What did I do to you right now? Oh my God. You know what I mean? Blac Chyna just walk up to the assistant and pull her hair. Poor assistant. Wow. Yeah, Blac Chyna's out of here. Woohoo! Good luck with that. Good luck with that. You know what?
Here with...
I thought this was hilarious. This is OT, but this is really OT. I don't even want to play this whole thing. This is Saweetie and Laverne Cox on, and I like Laverne and I like Saweetie, but I just thought this was a cackle of Saweetie and Laverne Cox on, where was this at? This was at the Grammys show. Laverne Cox was like giving Saweetie all this life and interviewing her, and then Saweetie is just like looking at Laverne Cox's hair, and then towards the end, she goes, and I'm loving that purple. You know, and to me, that was just so funny to me because I'm just like, girl, no shade, Laverne, that purple looks some ass. Hold on, I'm gonna play a little bit of it for you, but let's just listen to what she's saying first.
Grammy nominee, Saweetie. Oh, sweetie, you look stunning tonight. What story are you telling us with this incredible ensemble, giving body, giving us pink, giving us everything?
Thank you. It's by Valentino, and right now I'm representing my crown chakra.
You are representing your crown chakra because you're the queen?
I mean, that's what they tell me.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, back in 20s, nominated.
Hold on.
Yes, but I didn't know it would happen this quick.
God's time, not our time. So we have to just breathe and take it in and know that we are taken care of by an energy that is greater than us. Now, you're nominated for your song Best Friend with Doja.
And I just love her. I met her like 3 years ago. So I met her
Thank you for that, Bob, and we look forward to more and have the best time tonight. It's your first Grammys?
The first time I'm nominated.
First time you're nominated. So there's nothing like the first time, so have the best time tonight, sweetie.
And I'm loving that purple.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I don't know why that is so funny to me, because when I see that purple, I'm like, damn, that look a stiff, frizzy, frozen cross. I mean, that purple look dry as hell. Oh, God, so I can only imagine what it looked like in person. But maybe she did love that purple, but I'm just like, girl, you was not loving that purple. I don't know why that was so funny to me. That was hilarious to me. That was not planned to be on here, y'all. That was just hilarious to me. I am stupid though like that. I watch stuff like that and I'm just looking at her. I'm like, girl. Yo. Listen, I'm ignorant, okay? Listen, I'm really like I watch stuff like that and I laugh at stuff like that and I just find the humor like let's move on. I'm an idiot. Don't mind me. I'm telling you, do not mind me. I think stuff like that is hilarious. Oh, I think stuff like that is hilarious. I could really drag that out and laugh for about 15 more minutes at that. And it's not even that serious. Okay, what else were we talking about? Okay, now Tory Lanez, he's starting to irritate me too. Tory Lanez is really starting to irritate me. Talking about Megan Thee Stallion. Oh, mind you, first of all, before we get into Megan Thee Stallion, why am I so mad, right? Over this last weekend, it was one of the fattest parties in LA. Mind you, I'm learning about all the parties. So it was one of the, what was it, Everyday People? It was the Everyday People party. And then it was like a day party. And then there was a Jasmine Sullivan concert as well. So Megan Thee Stallion, City Girls, or JT, they were all at the Jasmine Sullivan concert. And then there were some other like celebrities, Diddy and Janelle Monáe and Bobby Lights, and just a slew of other influencers and celebrities at the Everyday People party during the day. Long story short, after the Jasmine Sullivan concert and the Everyday People Day party, everybody went to West Hollywood to the gay club. And child, Megan Thee Stallion was in the club. Bobby Lights was there, of course. Who else was there? JT and freaking Jasmine Sullivan. And I was at home. Oh, I'm so mad the night that I decided to stay inside, or the day I decided to stay inside. Everybody was outside. I was over it. Oh, and Nivea hosted. I was so sick about it. Oh my God. I mean, Megan Thee Stallion was literally just right there kicking and chilling. And you know, it was crazy. It was like all of them were just in the mix. And I was just like, girl, I'm so mad that I just decided that, oh, I didn't want to go. But anyway, speaking of Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez released a new record. And he seemingly is talking about Megan Thee Stallion and Kehlani in the song. They trying to blackball me for money, but I ain't going out. I told myself I'll stop the BS and not speak up no more. I had to go through way more BS. And these bees tried to play me out like they ain't know my name. Yeah, I was at a high in my career. You think I'd come out here and blank, and if you think I do that ish, you on some stupid ish. I don't need to do that ish. My Haitian goes gone woo a bish. I can't temporary that B came and ruined she. They can't believe I'm back popping. I'm out here doing she. Hey Tory, stop talking about it. I wish I could, but dog, I'm only human. Sometimes that shit be getting to me. Yeah, not one of them niggas that be faking what he feeling. I'm gonna talk about it. Meek Mill, he used to be my dog and he did some flush to me. So that clearly is about Megan Thee Stallion. Now, mind you, Tory Lanez has been released, was picked up, had a bigger bond increase in bond, had to bail out for I think $300,000 because he was recently arrested for addressing Megan Thee Stallion for violating the protective order. He's still talking about Megan Thee Stallion in a new song. Now he's saying, I'm not talking about my court case on the song. I see all the blogs trying to connect too, and honestly have more sense than that. I would not play with the court order or judge like that. Please stop that narrative. Tory Lanez, you stop the narrative. You're clearly talking about Megan Thee Stallion. You clearly are obsessed with her, and even after this is all done, you're never gonna let it go. This is part of the biggest, this is literally the biggest moment of your career, and I just feel like you're riding this. Megan Thee Stallion does not talk about Tory Lanez. She does not mention Tory Lanez at all. I'm not understanding why he keeps mentioning this. If you did not do it, just finish the court case and let the courts handle it. Now, and let's be very clear. You sitting up here lying and saying that you're not talking about this girl. Now I don't believe nothing you say, because I can read and I can hear, and it's clear. That was a bar. I can read, I can hear, and it's clear. You see how I did that like that? And that's just simple talk. I can read, I can hear, and it's clear. Because I read it clearly and I heard it clear. You know, get it? Just kidding. But no, seriously. So you're lying. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. So if you're lying about that, you're lying about the bang bang. You're lying about the bang bang, sir. You lied. So I don't know. Tory Lanez, he just, I don't know. I don't know if he's never going to get it. And I believe that Tory Lanez popped Megan Thee Stallion. But you know what? Don't mind me, because I go back and forth. Because, you know, depending on what come out, then I believe Megan Thee Stallion don't know who popped her. But as of right now I'm back on the side that Tory Lanez did it, and he lying. Or he did it, and he doesn't believe that she have enough proof to prove it. Those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts. Okay? All right. Let's see what else we got going on here. Well, oh, here's something too. Kanye West says he was going to quit music his entire career to become Kim Kardashian's stylist. And this is where the woohoo, the loony comes in. Why would you think that you're going to quit your music career, become Kim Kardashian's stylist, and she's moving on with another man? Where is the people? Kanye, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. That's never going to work. So, no, that's stupid. Let's move on from that. That's dumb. Okay. Okay, now let's get, and here's the last thing I want to get into on this end. Chris Rock's younger brother, Kenny, wants to fight Will Smith in a celebrity boxing match. Chris Rock's brother, Kenny says he just signed a deal with celebrity boxing match founder Damon Feldman for a fight this summer down in Florida, but he doesn't have an opponent yet. He's calling out Will Smith. Okay, so he wants to fight Will Smith for slapping Chris Rock. Now, Chris Rock has said that he will not be speaking on the vicious attack by Will Smith unless he's getting paid. Okay, and I'm here for it. Now, the Rock brothers, and I'm not mad at the Rock brothers either. Your brother got smacked like a hoe in front of the world. And then Will Smith won an Oscar after slapping your brother like a hoe. So, of course, I would resurface and take this as a moment to revive whatever career I may have had or may have never had. And now people are realizing that Chris Rock has brothers. I don't know if it's me or we, but I never knew that Chris Rock had brothers, let alone comedian brothers, let alone brothers that boxed. Where did all these brothers come from? Will Smith has given these brothers a career. Okay? So I'd be thanking Will for the smack on Chris Rock, because now we care about every Rock. Did we know that there was how many Tony Rock, Fried Rock, Pisser Rock, this Rock and that Rock, and we rock and you rock. He rock and they rock, and hiding under the rock. I mean, it's so many rocks falling everywhere. My God. I didn't know it was that many. I thought it was just Chris. Shit. Seriously. But hell, I mean, do what you got to do. Monetize, baby, because once Chris Rock talk about it, it's over. And everybody with a last name Rock under the sun, I'd be going out speaking out. Janet Rock, Jenny Rock, Michael Rock, Bennett Rock, Pastor Rock, Pastor Rocky, Rockette. Anything with a rock in it, I'd be speaking out against Will and Jada. From any city, any town, any place, any state, anywhere, anyhow. If your last name is Rock, you better speak out now. Stop playing with me. You see, you got to be quick. You got to be sharp. You just can't. You got to be quick with it. Okay? I didn't even write that down. That just came from the Rick brought the woo-wah. Seriously. Wow, wow, wow. Like a rock. No, okay. We got to keep it moving. All right. Okay, you know what? Okay, there is another one, though. This is a cackle. No, I'm not even going to go there right now. All right, yeah, I am. Hold on, here we go.
Annie W. Fitzgerald Elementary School has been...
So there was a teacher at a elementary school that ended up slapping a student because the 8-year-old student spit on him. And so now the teacher is facing charges of battery because there was a student that walked up to him and spit on him, and his teacher slapped the hell out of him. I am that teacher. I am that teacher, and I stand with that teacher because that child is not being whooped at home. I am that teacher. I am him. He is me, and I will slap your child. So teach them some manners. Okay? All right. Let's move on to my other topics. Okay. Let's get to why you guys came here. Oh, okay, let's just do this all together. Let's just get into the meat and potatoes of the things. Oh, no, let's get into this really quick. Playboy Cardi. So you guys know Playboy Cardi, right? Iggy Azalea's baby daddy, the one that she says that just talks to her so crazy. You guys know Iggy Azalea, right? If you guys don't know Iggy Azalea, let me do a soft flex. This is what we call a soft flex. This is Iggy Azalea. Soft flex. That's Iggy Azalea, okay? So that's her baby daddy here. And so apparently, he did an interview and opened up about, not being judgmental towards gays and trans, and he has gays and trans friends. And at the end of that statement, he basically said, listen, I don't judge anyone. I have gay friends. I have trans friends. Now, if you guys know, Playboy Cardi is like this androgynous man. He wears tons and tons of makeup, and the colors, like, this is something light. He dresses very, very feminine and weird, and, I don't know. Just, it's out of here for me. I'll say this too now. Straight men these days are dressing like butch queens, the gay boys. And now that's why I feel like the gay boys are getting gayer, because the straight men are starting to look gay. You know what I mean? Booty out, hair, nails. So then the gay boys got to damn near put on a dress. Because the straight boys are looking as feminine, and then the straight boys is sitting with they got the booty hugger shorts where it sit up and they're really, really short, and the real kind of gay boy, like the tattoos on the thighs, and and the nose rings and the earrings and the blonde, and it's the whole thing that the straight boys is doing right now. They're looking very, very soft these days. So now the gay boys have to look softer. But anyway, that's a whole nother conversation. That's just the conversation that I'll be having with my boys. But anyway, back to the conversation at hand. So he is apparently cool with gay guys, straight guys, things like that, because he's like in that world, if we will. Then he goes and says, hell, I done dated. You know what I mean? And so, no, I don't know what that means. How do you end that with I done dated? You done dated what? You done dated who? You done dated when? You done dated what? Trans? Men? What are we doing? So seemingly to me, I feel like he secretly came out as non-binary bisexual. Maybe. You know, the longer I stay in Hollywood, the more I understand. Oh, I have some tea. Oh, I don't even want to say this. Oh, okay. This is so allegedly. Let me take this down. Now, this is a big allegedly, and I do not want to say this person's name. Oh, okay. I'm just saying the longer I stay in Hollywood, you just find out everybody be gay, and like you be finding out from the girls. Now, this is some tea that I had heard. Now, this is not, this is all alleged. I cannot verify this. I do not know. But this person, they were just saying like everyone is gay. Like, and the person that it came to me, okay, so I was talking to one of my homegirls, right? Now, this is some tea. She told me that she had witnessed, now this is allegedly, I do not know if this is true. I do not know if this is true. Please, I do not know if this is true. This is allegedly. This is allegedly. This is allegedly. This is allegedly. But girl, now since we're being messy, I'm like, girl, she had told me that, and I really had to get this out because I've been really holding this in. I'm like, oh my God. And I don't know when exactly this was. This wasn't recently, but this had happened. Girl, so they were saying that apparently she had went to this party in LA with her friend, right? And you know, they were in like one of these back rooms. And like, I guess a lot of the gay guys, like the industry guys, they do this with like, they bring girls around and they can be comfortable with the girls, but they can be gay too, like, right? So long story short, she was in the back room and she was with Jamie Foxx, allegedly. And Jamie Foxx had a man on the table and snorted some stuff out of his butthole. Allegedly. I don't know. Now, I'm not saying that is true, but girl, that is what she had said. I'm like, girl, what? She was like, yeah, girl, like the man was on the table and girl, they poured it and Jamie's hit out the crack of the man's ass. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? Okay, so y'all saying y'all knew about that? I didn't know about that. I didn't know about that. I was like, oh my God. And I kind of believe her because I felt like, girl, it had really fucked her up because when she was telling me she was just like kind of gagging. Like, as she was telling me, I'm like, girl, really? She was like, yes, child, it gives that. I'm like, girl, yeah. So it'd be a lot of things going on. It really be a lot of things going on. It really be a lot of things going on out here. It really do. I don't know. I cannot confirm that. So I'm not saying that happened. I'm telling you what someone told me. Okay, so Jamie Foxx, do not come get me, please. Okay, I don't know if that's true at all. But yeah, child, let's move on before I get myself in trouble. Because, girl, I got a lot of tea on stuff like that. Like, I've been hearing a lot of stuff lately around the town and be like, girl, these people are really carrying. Okay. Let's get into Chloe Bailey. No, not Chloe Bailey yet. Well, yeah, we can get into Chloe Bailey. Let's get to Chloe Bailey. Okay. So, love Chloe Bailey, right? So the conversation now, she just dropped her latest single, Treat Me. Excuse me. Great song. I actually like it. The video's cool. She's a beautiful girl, beautiful talent, right? Talented, like, beyond like just, I mean, her and her sister are just like black excellence. Like, I just really think that these two girls are just extraordinary talent, and especially in the vocal department. I mean, they are phenomenal talents, like phenomenal, right? But the problem is now people are feeling like Chloe Bailey is not using her voice enough. But then there are other people on social media, they're saying that they feel like Chloe Bailey does not, just because you're a black girl or a black woman or a black pop star, which Chloe Bailey is definitely a pop star, you should not have to use your voice. Like, it's not a demand that you have to just over sing and, you know, be this sultry R&B soulful singer all the time. You know, they were using the example of like if Ariana Grande or if, you know, Taylor Swift or Selena Gomez or, you know, whomever, Billie Eilish, were to do a song like Treat Me or something like that, then mainstream and white people, we would just all eat it up. But because it's Chloe Bailey, we are so critical of her, and we are at a point where it's like, no, she's going the wrong direction. She's going the wrong direction. She's too sexy. She's too this. It's not right. On one hand, I agree. I do think that sometimes we do make it harder for black people, black women, to be able to, you know, get into these pop realms without requiring them to like sing. But I think that we just know that she has so much more, and and it's hard to see her dilute. Like, I wouldn't expect Rihanna to go out and do a bunch of heavy singing, because that's not Rihanna, but I just know what you can do vocally. And so that's kind of why I think that I want Chloe to really use her voice. But I mean, in the Treat Me song, she's using her voice. But I'll say this too. I think the problem that we, the people, are having, and shout out to Sylvia for the super chat. Shout out to you for the super chat. Oh, by the way, the twerk is coming back. Okay, the twerk is coming back. The twerk is coming back, but we're just gonna wait till we get our own original music. Okay. So the twerk, I know you guys have been asking. The twerk is coming back. We just got to drop this record first, and it's going to all make sense. But anyway, not about me, about Chloe. I believe, me personally, that there's something about Chloe Bailey and this character that she does that just doesn't feel authentically her. I think there's this one idea that we feel like she's trying to be Beyonce, and she's not really hitting the mark. So then we're kind of over that. And then because she has the sound, she's trying to do the sexy, and it's not connecting. But then it's also, she's trying to force this overtly sexual bad girl image when it's just like, it's almost corny. You know what I mean? Remember my love muffins and my Smurfettes and my marshmallow pillows. Thank you to my 4.1 million followers and counting. Thank you for streaming and following me. It's just kind of like, girl, just be it. If that's who you are, be it. Don't force it. And I think that the people feel like, girl, it's not giving. It's not you. I'm feeling forced into this. It's very horny. So I think that's why the people are over it. To my 4.1 love muffins and cherry pies and cupcakes. It's like, girl, okay, what is this? This got awkward very quickly. Okay, what are we watching here? Then I feel like I'm looking at a child. Anyway, so I'm already like, this is too. I'm still like, sometimes, and I think that what ends up happening, no shade for me, I think still I haven't let them grow up in my mind because I still think about them 12 years ago doing to the left, or whatever they went viral for doing, whatever that Beyonce song. I still look at them from the little girls on YouTube during the Beyonce covers. You know, so when she's in there, I'm like, this is like, what are her parents thinking? Like, you know. Anyway, so I just kind of feel like she's overtly doing my clovers and kisses. It's just like, this is stupid. This is dumb. This is corny. And I just feel like, make better music. I mean, this is cool, but girl, we're not buying into this because it just doesn't feel authentically you. But yeah, I love the other sister too. I mean, I love them both, but she's still figuring out herself, and hopefully she finds it. So yeah, good luck. Oh, let's talk about Natalie Nunn. I like Natalie Nunn. Oh, big face Andrew Caldwell. Natalie Nunn and Andrew Caldwell are going back and forth. First of all, let's start here. Let's just start with the Bad Boys Club. Let's just start Bad Boys Club. I'm here for Bad Boys Club. We haven't really talked about it in a whole lot of detail here, but Natalie Nunn did her thing with producing Bad Boys LA on the Zeus Network. Now, really quickly, I'm going to do this because I know you guys wanted me to kind of talk about this. The Zeus Network and Funky Dineva, that was a great interview if you guys hadn't watched it, over on Foxx on TGIF. Shout out to Claudia, shout out to Funky Dineva, shout out to Lemuel, shout out to, that is one hard name. I just want to say that is very difficult to say. And shout out to Al. That was I watched that thing from beginning to end. That was a great interview and a great conversation. And shout out to Funky Dineva. But here's what I'm going to tell you this. Listen, I'm not going to jump on either side. And people were asking me, what do I think? What do I think? Listen, I'm not going to go against Foxx because I may need to work on that network. And I did an interview over there. You know what I mean? If you've missed it, go catch it. We did an interview with T.S. Madison over on Foxx. And, you know, Zeus Network, they're up and coming and they're creating shows. And there might be a bag over there for me. So I'm not going to go and poop on neither one of those networks, okay? But what I will say is, in the conversation that Funky Dineva and Lemuel had, I did see both sides of the coin. On one end, I did see how Funky Dineva felt that a lot of Zeus Network, their stuff is trash and salacious TV. And it shows Black people or people in general, it plays to the most terrible stereotypes of people. And on one end, I agree. I mean, Jocelyn's Cabaret. I mean, the chance, One More Chance. I mean, that one's probably the worst. But to Lemuel's point, we don't watch the other shows. I didn't watch none of those dating shows. I watched Jocelyn's Cabaret. I want to see Jocelyn, you know, beat on them girls and call them $2 hooker hoes and things like that. I want to see the Bad Boys Club get into it. I want to watch Chance exploit every human being possible in that show. I mean, Chance, the One More Chance show probably is the worst. I mean, literally, you got the big fat Black woman, you got the angry mad Black woman, you got the dark-skinned Black girl stereotype. You got the man in the wig. You got the box-built Latino. You know, the woman with, you know how they say the Spanish, the Mexicans is built like boxes and squares. You got they called her flat back, roly-poly-oly, mangina, flat back, knock-knee, grandmama. I mean, it's all kind of stuff. Ageism, fatism. I mean, it's the worst. I mean, I'd be like, oh my God. You have it all. Then you got the dark-skinned girl with the yellow hair, Gatto. I mean, that one is the worst. That one is the worst. Then, of course, he only liked the light-skinned, pretty mixed girls. Chance only liked to have, then you got the light-skinned, mixed, pretty half-breed. Those are the girls that's always at the end. Like, that show is the worst. But, I mean, child, we watch it. But they did say that they're going to be doing some different type of programming. So that'll be interesting. But anyway, back to Natalie Nunn and Andrew Caldwell. I'm not really sure why Andrew Caldwell is even mad at Natalie Nunn. I think that he's mad because Natalie Nunn said he wasn't a real bad boy. He left the show like a coward. Because you guys know that Andrew Caldwell was in the beginning of the show being very nasty and being very, giving a lot. And so now he's reading Natalie Nunn saying that she ain't got no money. She got fake designer. But the whole kiki is... And I'm with Andrew. When he had left the show, he was in the airport, child, and the producers had went to find where he was at, and they had just found out that he had just left, had just got back from attempting to cash the check that he had received from the Zeus Network, but he had quit the show because I guess he didn't feel like it painted him in the best light, and it was too ratchet, it was too ghetto. Long story short, Andrew Caldwell left the show. They didn't like that he left the show. Andrew probably didn't want to be in there fighting on them queens like that. It is what it is. So now he's coming for Natalie Nunn because she basically said that he was a punk. I like Natalie Nunn. Natalie Nunn handles it like a sport. She's actually, I looked her up. She's actually one of the most successful and richest bad girls from the Bad Girls franchise. So Natalie Nunn she's still been able to remain relevant from being on season 4 of the Bad Girls Club. So she obviously has a brain cell or two and knows how to use it. So shout out to Natalie being able to parlay 15 minutes of fame into a whole career. Andrew Caldwell, he's doing the same thing too, because I'll tell you this. Andrew Caldwell is probably one of the most entertaining things on the internet of all time. And I think that Andrew Caldwell definitely should have still been on that show, because Andrew Caldwell is a cackle, okay? A complete cackle, a kiki and a cackle. And it's not too many people that's more of a cackle than Andrew, okay? Andrew Caldwell definitely needs his own television show. It's no shade. Andrew Caldwell needs his own show, period. So Zeus Network, y'all need to call Andrew. Y'all need to make it right, and he needs his own show, period. He needs a show. He needs his own show. I'm dead serious on that. He needs his own show. Okay? So yeah, there's that. Oh God. Now we have to get into some other things. Oh, before we get into the let's get into why can't I get Big Face Andrew up here? Okay, let's get into Nicki Minaj and Asian Doll. Here's how I think about this. So apparently Asian Doll feels some type of way that Nicki Minaj is like moving funny in her opinion. And you know, shouting out other girls with the whole Queen of the Drill stuff, and shouting out Katie Got Bands. Now, remind you, Katie Got Bands is one of the first girls to do drill, according to Cardi B. Katie Bands is from Chicago. Cardi B shouted her out not too long ago. And then Asian Doll and Katie Got Bands end up going back and forth because just a lot of people feel like Asian Doll is a perpetrator. Like she's trying to steal, people feel like she's trying to steal Chicago culture just because she was messing with Chicago niggas and also trying to pop out in New York. Like she's one of those girls, and really she's from the South. She's from Dallas. Okay, so a lot of girls are not really respecting it. However, then Nicki Minaj came out and shouted out Katie Got Bands. And Asian Doll kind of felt some type of way. She talked about, you know, old women, old lady don't want to see me succeed. And then she also posted Cardi B in her story. I think that was very tacky, and I think that was very late because you really didn't really support Cardi B like that either. You were just trying to be spiteful. But here's the thing. I think that, the old lady joke, I don't really feel bad for it because, Nicki Minaj made the old lady joke about Lil' Kim. So you get called, everybody will essentially, if you're blessed enough to live a long life, will get old. There's nothing wrong with growing old. We all will grow old one day if God willing. Listen, I'd rather grow old than die young. All right. So let me have can we get a hand clap for that? There's nothing wrong with aging, especially if you can do it gracefully. Okay. So with that being said, I just kind of feel like Asian doll. Here's the thing, guys, and this is kind of really what I want to talk about. Nicki Minaj is a New Yorker. Cardi B is a New Yorker. A lot of the girls, from what I've heard about New Yorkers, even though I do feel like Nicki Minaj likes people to kiss her butt, she doesn't really want you to blow her in a way where she just feels like you are not real. Like you just kiss A. I say that to say that I feel like Nicki Minaj sees through, or she feels like she sees through some of these girls. So a lot of these girls are ended up feeling some type of way. You've got Asian Doll, you've got the young baby Tates. Erica Banks was feeling away at a point. A lot of these girls be feeling away when Nicki Minaj goes and, pulls these other girls to work with that haven't been showing love necessarily. But there's this idea in my mind that I feel like Nicki Minaj, if you're showing that, if you like, keep blowing Nicki too much, she might not work with you. Like, if you look at the girls that she's worked with, Coi Leray, Bia, Doja Cat is a different kind of caliber because Doja Cat is one of those girls that it actually benefits Nicki Minaj to work with Doja Cat because Doja Cat is out of here either way. And Doja Cat is actually using Nicki's kind of fan base to grow, so you might as well like get with it, and because Doja Cat is just a different kind of breed. But I just feel like a lot of these girls that are like, I want to work with the queen, I want to work with the queen, ooh, the queen, oh yeah, Nicki followed me, oh, Nicki did this, oh, Nicki did that. Nicki treats those people like fans. I don't really feel like she really respects those girls all the way to give them like the feature that they ultimately want, or she feels like, oh, these girls only want the feature. You know what I'm saying? And Asian Doll has really been riding for Nicki. She doesn't give Nicki doesn't give her anything. Another girl that does it, but she just plays a role. And I'm sure I see her all the time. Malibu Mitch just kisses Nicki Minaj's black hole. Okay? Every post that Nicki Minaj posts, Malibu Mitch is in the comments, kissing hole. Nicki Minaj does not acknowledge her at all. And then she'll go and pull up some random girl and shout her out. You know what I mean? And so I think about Cupcake. Cupcake was paying fans to stream Nicki Minaj's music, and Nicki Minaj won't even acknowledge Cupcake. So I think while I do think Nicki wants attention, I just don't think she likes those girls that are like thirsty for it. Like, it's almost like, girl, I can come get you whenever I want. And then it's like, it's not really a big demand. Like, I don't have to work with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, Coi Leray still is a little bit more trendy. We're going to talk about Coi Leray in a minute. She's still a little bit more popular than an Asian Doll. You know what I'm saying? So it's more beneficial for that. But then on the flip side, some will say Nicki Minaj does not want to work with female rappers that can out-rap her or rap with her. Asian Doll definitely is a rapper's rapper. Erica Banks is definitely a rapper's rapper. Definitely can go toe-to-toe on the track. Cupcake, she's more of like a Remy Ma style rapper, hard, but she can rap. Who else? There's a lot of these girls that try to. Lotto's a rapper's rapper. Well, Lotto's a hybrid though. Lotto's doing her thing though. Lotto got a #3 record. with big energy and got a Mariah Carey feature. So Lotto can, honestly, a lot of them get to a point where it don't even really matter, girl. Forget it, Nicki. You're not going to give me nothing. I don't really care. I'm charting. So, you know, I just thought it was very, very interesting. But Asian Doll, now you're acting like you support Cardi B. That's phony. See, a lot of these girls that get on this thing and they feel like they got to shade Cardi B to support Nicki Minaj, and then realize that Nicki Minaj is not about to give you nothing. And then you think you're gonna come back to Cardi B. Cardi B's not stupid. She see everything. That one thing about Cardi B, she's so dope, but she is not like you might think that girl is stupid and slow or whatever. She's just an airhead and she eats scabs and she has a bunch of broken English. She is from the street. She's very sharp. And let me tell you something. She know how these girls, this is her business. This is her industry. And she's very well aware of her position. So she's watching and she knows. So a lot of these girls burn one bridge to try to get to this one, and they don't get anything and think they're going to go to Cardi B. Cardi B not just going to pick you up. So, yeah, that's that on now. All right. Uh-oh, hold on. Last topic, child. Well, I'm doing good. I got an hour. Some people might be upset with me. I don't want you guys to be upset with me, okay? Starting off with Coi Leray. Coi Leray, you know, trendy, right? Kind of like Chinese food or McDonald's. You know what I mean? It's fast, it's good for the moment, but then right after, you know, it doesn't really last. You know, your stomach hurts, you got to poop, you got to let it all out, and then you're over it. Then you're hungry again. Her album dropped. And they're saying that, I don't know if it's slated to do this or it's done this, but they're saying that Coi Leray, with all the promo and everything and all the hype, the XXL, the Nicki Minaj featured, this, that, and the third, none of the songs are charting, and it's set to debut or has debuted selling 11,000 copies. I don't know. Now, if you ask me, if Armon Wiggins sold 11,000 copies, I think I was on top of the world. If I'm Coi Leray, I think I flopped. So it just depends on how you want to look at it. I feel like 11,000 copies for the type of star that she is right now, that's a little low. For a regular independent person, that's great. For her level, yeah, 11,000 copies. Wow. That's a bit of a flop, you know what I mean? And so I don't know what trends are being set there, but that's a bit of a, that's what they're saying. She sold about 11,000 copies. I don't know, you guys can go check that out, but that's what I'm hearing on the streets. Yes. First week, yes. Yes. And so I hear the album is doing terrible. It's not charting anywhere, and it's flopping hard, like a fish out of water. Okay? So, Coi Leray, while you see her everywhere, is still not translating into sales. Speaking of Coi Leray, Benzino and Shauna Brooke. Benzino caught lacking with the trans. Okay, let's see. Oh, no, we got 2 more topics. Oh, yeah, because I definitely want to get into that one, too. Okay, Benzino. Ciao. Let me tell you this. So apparently, I don't know if this is old or new, but Benzino, shout out to Kim Barbie for getting that tea. Benzino, I'm not playing the audio here because the girls are already feeling some type of way and trying to copyright this. Now, y'all just gonna have to go catch it on Kim Barbie's Instagram or the different blogs. I'm not playing it because he was doing some cursing and stuff too. Maybe I could play a little of the audio. No, I'm not. Benzino has been playing with Shauna Brooks, okay? So they've been kind of talking and flirting and kind of playing around. Now, Benzino has basically saying, she has a phone, there's a phone recording of her talking to Benzino, and Benzino basically saying, you know, this is all new to him. He was like surprised that, you know, a trans woman basically looked this good, you know, and he didn't know that she was trans. And she kind of told him that he was trans, and he's like, well, you know, I'm trying to be a little bit more open-minded now, you know, so I have to start looking into more trans people, because I'm like, dang, look how they got you looking. So he's saying he's trying to be a little bit more open-minded. They have been kind of playing around for some time now. And Shauna Brooks is wanted to go public with Benzino, okay? Benzino was saying he's not really ready to go public with her because it's not going to be right for his image. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he fools with her, he's cool with her, he's open, you know, he's trying to be more open right now, but he's not really ready to go public with dating a transgendered woman, okay? I'm not sure if Shauna Brooks has a piece of candy or not. But I've been told yes, and I've also been told no. But either way, I don't care to know. However, Benzino and her were talking. There was an audio that was leaked, and she was saying baby and daddy and Benzino. You know, and she got frustrated and exposed him. Now, it's all over the blogs. It's all over the news that Benzino has been playing around in Shauna's candy jar. Now, she comes out and says that she did not mean to expose him. That was never the intention. She's just fed up and tired of women like her wanting to be secrets or being secrets and behind the scenes to these type of men and being their toy. Now, Shauna is no spring chicken. She's been trying to be in the industry for a very long time. This is no shade, but I'm just saying, Shauna has been around, okay? She's done the social media thing. She's done this picture right here is from her being on Botched. She's been at the BET Awards. She has been trying to be famous for a long time. So I don't know how Benzino got himself fooled up with her. Here's what I'm going to say, and people are probably not going to like this. People are probably going to be over it. But if I am a black man, and it's no shade, if I'm a black man, relevant, even slightly within hip hop culture, I'm a rapper, actor, ball player, I'm not messing with no trans. I'm not doing it. I'm not messing with no black trans. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. It's too much of a liability. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Especially if the first, let me say it like this. I'm not doing it if we get to know you, then you want to be an actress, you want to be a rapper, you want to be a singer, you want to be in entertainment. I'm not playing that game with you. No. Once I find out that you're trans, it's over. I can't do it. I'm sorry. And it's nothing personal. It's too much of a liability. I mean, I just feel like any man that's trying to be on a DL and you want to mess with transgender, you need to really do some extensive research, because it's just like at some point you will be outed. Can and will be outed. You know, I would, if you're not an established trans, like, no shade. If you're not like an Amaya Scott, Laverne Cox, T.S. Madison, you know, India Moore, you know, any of those girls on polls, like, or like any, like, if you are not those girls that's got a name, that's working, that's getting their coin, I'm not fooling with that. If you are not a trans girl that has something to lose, I'm not rocking with you. And I don't advise any man in the industry that's wanting to dibble and dabble and decide if he wants to play with trans women or not. You need to play with trans women that have some status, or you need to play with trans women that have something to lose. And I'm not just talking about status of like being popular. I think that you should be with someone that has something to lose. Janet Mock, you know. Because a lot of these girls are looking for a come up. City Star is not one that I would recommend. So, and that's no shade towards the trans community, but it's just at this point you have to be more cautious, especially when you are a man in power. And so I definitely think it was tasteless for Shauna to do that. It sets the community back, especially since she is popular. It looked like a desperate ploy for fame. Desperate ploy for people to be talking about her. We got to also understand that Shauna, she's been wanting to be talked about for years. She's been chasing this Hollywood, you know, famous clout thing for a long time. So this just gets her name in the blogs for this week. You know what I'm saying? But then we won't be talking about her. Then something else will come up. I mean, she's addicted to the attention. So it is what it is. Those are my thoughts on the Benzino situation. And at the same time, listen, you got to understand, if you're going to date these type of trans people, you got to be ready either to keep the money coming in, or let them know, or have them sign some paperwork, or let them know up front, listen, I'm just here to have for the physical. I don't want to be in a relationship with you. And my whole thing is with Shauna, if you didn't want to expose him, why were you recording him? Like, I hate when people, oh, I was never going to. No, you were recording him because you knew you were going to let that out. You knew you were talking to Benzino, and you were going to wait for a moment enough to release these things. And Benzino is a hot topic right now. So this is the perfect time to capitalize on the moment. So you exposed it. So it is what it is. And I just think that that's tired and that's tacky. And this is why trans people have so much, they have so much problems in the world with the acceptance of being considered women. Because when you do stuff like this means that you're acting like a man, right? What are you exposing? That Benzino is sleeping with a man in a wig? With T at the tops and D at the bottom? Like, how is this news if you're a woman? Because what? You don't really think that you're a woman, only for, you know, social acceptance, and, you know, you want to just use the woman term to be able to just, you know, I'm a woman because respect me, but you truly deep down don't feel like you're a woman, because the minute you have a moment, you're exposing to the world that you have this man that's willing to sleep with you. So you don't really truly view yourself as a woman, because to me, that would not be an expose. So how can you expect a lot of the straight people and LGBT allies to fight for trans people when you have popular ones doing juvenile, selfish things like this? Thirsty for attention. That's tired. That was so late for her to do that. That was very thirsty. And so it allows straight people to still be able to say the things that they say and not respect you as being real women. Here's what it is. And how can you fight it? All right. Last topic. Oh God, and really quick, because this just kind of really makes me feel away. Maeno, I don't know why people get on these get on these different podcasts, and because they're not like these hip hop rap podcasts, they just think they can talk so freely and get so comfortable. Okay, so he was on the Lip Service podcast and talking with Angela Yee, and they were talking about, you know, his different, you know, kinks and fetishes and things like that. And he revealed that he likes to be tied up and whipped like a runaway slave with white women. That turns him on, for a white woman to whip him like a runaway slave. and called him all kind of N-words and things of that. The black man. So, I mean, I don't know. This is crazy. Black men, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not, for me, we all have our things, right? And I think the conversation of when sexuality kind of comes into it, you really want to be open what you're into because, people have their different things, you know what I mean? But I think that you got to be very careful about how much you share because people, even though we're not supposed to judge, we're judging. You know what I mean? And so sometimes, even when I'm talking about things that I've been into and, tried before, I be very cautious. I don't really go into full-on depths and things like that because I got to think, sometimes I'm very open, right? But at the same time, everybody's not as open as me. And see, and in this instant, I'm not as open as him. And so I'm judging him. I'm uncomfortable with this because now I'm thinking, you got white women tying you up and calling you the N-word while you run around and bark like a dog, like a runaway slave, getting whipped? What are you into? What a weirdo. You mean we fought for Martin Luther King and Harriet Tubman and my ancestors? We ran and we fought and we bled and we shed and we died all for you to be playing with Becky like a runaway slave? You sorry sex son of a bit. You know what I mean? But no, if that's what he's into, that's what he's into. I don't think that we should have known that. I don't think that we should have known that. And in the gay community, a lot of white men, they love a BBC. You don't know what that means? Look up gay and then BBC. They love a BBC, right? And they fetishize black men all the time. That's partially the reason why I'm not really into white men or things like that because I cannot be your fetish. At the same time, I'm not into race play either. I don't even watch race play videos. I don't even watch the videos when it looks like it's too much race play. That makes me feel very uncomfortable. I remember there was this homeless man. We were in San Francisco one time. We were at the, what park was that? Oh, I can't even think of the park. It's this huge park in San Francisco with the hill. I forget the name of the park, but I used to go there a lot. Anyway, so we go to this park, and this is black guy. He seemed like he was kind of homeless looking, but he was wanting money. No one would give him any money. But it was like, mind you, it was like hundreds of people. Like he was just walking down. Then he pulled his thing out. San Francisco's crazy. And his thing literally was like as long as this mic and like thick. And all those white men, he started waving it, and all those white men got up and cheered like, yes, like he was some kind of circus clown. And they loved it. And then they were going up to it, touching it, and like it was a thing. And then they would give him money. And I felt so uncomfortable. Dolores Park. It was at Dolores Park. I felt so uncomfortable by that. Because I was like, that is the only way that man was going to get some money. Like, and it was just like, and he was making his thing go in a circle. And it was the biggest thing I've ever seen. And then white people literally stood up and cheered like they were at a show, like a concert. Then it became like this touch free for all. And I'm like, wow, this is incredible. I was very uncomfortable. We left shortly after that because I was just disgusted, actually. But yeah, I don't really get into the race play, child. That just really disturbs my spirit. But Maeno also said, why are you guys gagging in the comments? Seriously. Maeno also said that the white women, they're not really comfortable doing that. So a lot of the white women don't do it. Because you have to also think to yourself, what white woman is actually going to do that? And if you find a white woman to play in that space, she will play in your face. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, if a white person, if you say, call me an N-word and treat me like a runaway slave and they're down for it, I don't know if I can really fool with you. Like, the fact that you're even willing to go there, there's a problem for me. Even if I've asked for it. But yeah, child. Those are my thoughts on that. Now, Okay, now I know he said he was playing. He wasn't playing. You got caught. Just like Jim Jones said he was playing when he said his mama was teaching him how to kiss him. She was kissing him in the mouth. He wasn't playing. Y'all get on that. Get up there with Angela Yee and be telling all your childhood trauma secrets. You wasn't playing. Okay. Now you can go to Texas. They'll treat you like a runaway slave and hang you, nigga. But anyway, now. With that being said, we will take a couple of calls, not here, on StationHead. So if you guys want to continue the party, let's head over to StationHead. Now, what the other most important thing for you guys to do at this moment, because we will be doing a giveaway soon, and remember, this is my only channel. I need you guys all right now, if you have not done already, to a couple of housekeeping rules. Follow me on Instagram. Also, unsubscribe and resubscribe and turn your notification bells on. And if you don't want the notifications, just make sure that you're still subscribed to the channel. A lot of people have not been getting their notifications, and also I have not been live as much. So you may not get your notifications, and as though I might be out of the algorithm. Okay? So with that being said, follow me on Instagram here. We will be giving a giveaway out. Oh, and I do always post on Instagram first. You see it here. So if you don't get the notification on YouTube, if you're following me on Instagram, you will know that I'm going live. Okay. And I'm also on Twitter. So follow me. Because we will be doing a giveaway. I'll be in LA the first week. I'd love to shoot with you. Send me a DM. Also, promo. If you guys want to do promo, if you guys want to send me stuff, you guys can hit me up in the DM. I'll be checking that later on today. And I want to shout out to my guys over at Society Robot for sending me this hat. Okay, lastly, okay, let me get the StationHead together. We're going to go to StationHead for a few minutes. Kiki and Kai Kai. Try to give Coi Leray some streams. Okay. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, y'all. So if you guys are tapped in on StationHead, meet me over there as well. Hold on. Tap, 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 tap in. Okay, here's the link. Here is the link over on StationHead. And I will pin that there. And I love you all. I will see you guys on the other side. And get in here because we're back, baby. And we're about to get into some things. So I'll see you in the next video or on StationHead if you guys want to continue the conversation. All right. Talk to you later and have a great day, everybody. And I'll see you soon. Peace out.